Live, everybody. What is
Howdy.
up, my peoples?
This is the story of a bunch of Transformers fans.
Who are live streaming.
I'm not happy with any of this. Hey, Maximal.
Look, losers, I'm the middle child.
Hey, my birthday's tomorrow. Does that make me the oldest or the youngest?
Whoa. Oh, it's your birthday.
Tomorrow. Not
Tomorrow.
yet. I'm not old yet.
Over the hill. No.
Yeah. I'm over the hill. I'm through the woods. I'm all of it.
No, I just turned 26 and I'm like, oh, stop it.
Oh, 20. I remember 26.
I will be.
That was nearly 20 years ago.
Hold on. I was born 81, so.
Oh, yep. I'm the oldest. Great. Maybe this shows it.
Grandpappy Kato, can we have some ice cream?
Yeah, so we're waiting for everybody to get up on here. MC, DJ, ACDC, what's going on? Rock on, people. Sideswipe Productions.
Oh, thanks for the almost
Kermit,
birthday.
Dr. Kermit the Frog, June.
Frog, you're saying happy birthday to Kato Productions. Happy birthday. Here's Kato Collectibles.
Chaotic Neutral, happy almost birthday.
I forgot we were live when I said that.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's okay. I called everyone a loser, so I was like, I'm going to lose subscribers.
Nothing.
Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna try and help, push you guys because
away. You're gonna push us away so that you get all the fame.
Well, listen. Let's be honest. So he gets all the fame that he already has.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, your ego. You were moving on up. But yeah, I wanted to just wait for everybody to start chiming in a little bit before we really get into the news, because we're gonna talk about the Studio Series 86 and the stuff that they showed at the Hasbro Fan Friday. If you have not seen it already, I don't know about you guys, but good God, that was exciting.
That was a good set of reveals. It was done really well, and it was a lot of fun.
It was good up until the halftime show, and then after that, it trailed off.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but the chat was starting to annoy me at a point.
Yeah,
I
don't even watch that.
I was reading half the chats, and I was like, I'm reading it. I'm like, guys, this is they're doing a special reveal for these toys. They're not going to leave they don't want to leave all the different fans in the dust, but they're doing something for the 35th.
Do Jolt, show us Jolt. That was the one that I constantly saw.
I constantly saw, where's our Bayformers? Where's our Bayformers? Where's our Bayformers? I constantly saw that.
And then they showed Devastator and they complained about it.
Yeah. I'm like, really? Nothing makes Bayformers fans happy.
Nothing makes anyone happy.
Anyone. Yeah.
People enjoy complaining. I was happy. I was happy about all of it. I was happy even about the stuff I didn't like.
I had to put that one up.
Yeah, well, because he's asking, when's your Misfortune episode coming?
Actually, funny you asked, because I was going to film it this weekend, but now that you asked, I'm going to postpone it.
Always willing to give the fans what they want.
I'll give fans. I'll show something here. I got my customized Cliff Jumper.
That looks much better in the Toon colors.
Oh, a Cliff Jumper that's not dead. Scratch his chin, Farrell's bro.
Yeah, so he's awesome. And you know something? I'm happy that they're getting their Devastator in a big giant box. For all the people who really want that Bayformers Devastator, you know what I'm saying? I could dislike Bayformers all I want, but I do want to see Bayformers fans, at least satisfied with some of the toys that they want. And the Devastator is the big like prize right now that everybody's trying to get. And you know, people have missed out on the individual releases. So what's it call it? You know, I'm happy that they're getting that toy. You know what I mean? Like they're getting a big box. They're able to get all of them in one set.
I said this before that you know, you could hate the Michael Bay stuff or even Transformers Prime animated and whatnot, but what I take from it is, even though there's some series that I personally don't like, Transformers has grown from its Generation 1 continuity and has continued for so long. People have loved this series for so long that it has expanded off to different stories, and you know, people can tell their own versions of Transformers as well, not just officially but as fans, and there's something to celebrate within that. So even though you might not like G1 or the Michael Bay universe or whatever else, the same thing as this guy, I noticed a lot of people were going at it on G1 versus movie, and that's like an old that's like an old argument going on right there. Hell, ever since Beast Wars. But for it to have continued so long to make new stories and other people to make their own stories, it's something special for Transformers. You know, it's 35 years. If you're not into something, there's going to be something else that you're going to be into.
Yeah,
and it's so widely shared right now too.
You don't have to like it all, but there's something.
I just want to pause that thought for a moment, and where is he? Decade Prime. I just want to give him a little shout out real quick, just simply because he's sick and he's fighting an illness. So, you know, keeping our thoughts and prayers with him. But he's been watching our videos for a while, and he's happy to be involved in a lot of this stuff. So just wanted to give him a quick shout out before.
I hope you feel better, man. For real.
But the you know, I agree, like, because the universe has kept on expanding. The thing about Transformers is that once starting around 2000 is when they basically hit that hard reset, 2000, 2001. And they've been doing that for the last like 20 years, you know, hitting the reset button constantly. Every 3 to 5 years, it's a constant reboot. And I'm okay with that because you're able to continue the stories and you're able to, you know, do something new with the Transformers universe and stuff. And the Michael Bay films brought in a different generation of fans. The problem is that this newer generation of fans that I've seen has been very, like, I know it, I hate the word because, and as an old school fan, like, I hate using the word toxic, but it really describes a lot of the animosity that they feel towards other Transformer series. Like, a G1 fan could be happy that they do a Knockout toy. If they did Knockout, I would definitely buy that toy. If they did, you know, an updated Lugnut or Lockdown, you know, I would want that toy. I don't like the aesthetic of the Michael Bay films, but that's my own personal preference. And if they make Michael Bay stuff, fine. But the thing about the Bay fans is that they hate everything else. Yeah. More than the G1ers. I think it's like more than the G1ers, because the G1ers,
I've been hearing it. Yeah.
What's that?
Especially now, I've been hearing it like crazy. There's so many people that will be like, you should get over G1 now because like it's old and it's what's the word I'm thinking of? It's outdated and all this and that, and it's like, I don't know why people have to draw lines for other people to like something. It's all Transformers.
Yep.
I like to think that, just like in most cases, the loudest people are in the minority, and most people genuinely don't care or are happy for other people to get what they want. Yep. I think that the satisfied people are quiet and just enjoy what's going on. And the squeaky wheels are, while they seem like they're in a majority, I know plenty of Bay fans that are just as happy as I am to say, hey, I don't have to like what you like. There's plenty of stuff out there for all of us. I'm glad that something exists that you can get what you want. I don't have to like it. I don't hate you for it. And I think there's a lot more people out there like that just don't say anything because They don't feel the need to scream about anything, and the loud ones end up grabbing the microphone and seeming a lot more important than they really are.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's a lot of online toxicity out of the, out of fan communities in general. And I say, like, and I say this as like I know I'm a hardcore G1er, but I'm willing to it's kind of like extending the olive branch, like it's saying like, hey guys, I know you guys love this stuff. I don't, but I'm happy that you're getting stuff that you like, and
Right.
like the Bay films have come and they've gone, and they're making more stuff still for it, goes to show you that even if people don't like it, has its staying power. The G1 stuff obviously is always going to be there because it is the foundation. Every Transformers series is a foundation to everything. Like G1, the foundation of G1 is like everything else. Like they draw, like the Bay films draw from G1, Prime draws from G1, the animated draws from G1 hard, like really hard. All that kind of fun stuff. You're going to show something off?
Well, actually, it was on topic. I just had this off to the side of me. But one of the things that I wanted to mention in regards to the Michael Bay stuff and the movies, like Michael Bay's films, G1 fans wanted a Transformers film, that looks closer to G1.
Yep.
They at least wanted one, I think. And my thinking was, I don't mind that Michael Bay, is still going with the Transformers movies, even after Bumblebee, that it's the Shatter Box. That's why I brought that out, just to remind me to say it. But I wouldn't even mind if the Michael Bay movies kept going after Bumblebee. Like, we still got the Transformers 6 and 7 that continued off. But my thing was, can we not have just at least one movie? Because Michael Bay movies were like 10 years. Can we have one movie that's like G1? Where at least even the characters just had the G1 aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw people get upset that, oh, this is pandering to G1 fans. First of all, Transformers is an 80s franchise. It's all going to kind of pander to that.
Yep.
Second, why can't we have one film? Like just one at least,
Yeah. People will say, well, you have the 86 film. Well, that's what they're doing the Studio Series 86 line with now. And fans are really upset. Like Bayformers fans are really upset about that because they feel like we're G1 fans are infesting their precious Bayformers. That's how they feel. That's literally the sentiment that I'm seeing. And it disgusted me reading those comments. So
yeah.
And the thing is, like I said, like I can admit I don't like Bayformers, but I don't mind if fans of Bayformers like their stuff. I don't like what Starscream looks like. I don't like what Megatron looks like. I don't like look like what half the Transformers look like in the films. And that's just the design. That's not even talking about the storytelling.
Are you telling me you don't like the scene where Bumblebee pees on Agent Simmons? I mean, that was the highlight.
Not at all.
The crazy thing about that is when they didn't really go into it, but when they announced the numbering system for the 86 Studio Series, they were pretty clever on it. They had the 8601, 8602, 8603.
I love that.
So they're all number 86. What does that tell you? Well, it tells you that 87 could easily be another Bayformer spot. It's not like they're not doing the Bayformer Studio Series anymore.
Exactly.
This is specific to another theatrical movie. The whole purpose of Studio Series is that Studio Series is it's about the films. The 86 movie was a film. It wasn't a cartoon, a 30-minute episode. It was a theatrical release movie. I saw it in theaters. I don't know, Kato, if you did too.
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely.
I remember sitting in that theater just like in awe of Unicron transforming for the first time, like seeing that. Even seeing it a couple years ago. I don't know if you got to see it when AMC did those, was the one night only, and it was awesome to see an entire theater full of fans just quoting the movie. Like it's like nothing other, but
get ready to cry again.
Yeah. Right. Or get goosebumps when Arise Rodimus Prime,
And another really cool thing is it shows that it opens the door for the movies that aren't out yet. The upcoming announced like Beast Wars stuff and stuff like that. All that can be studio series bots. Anything that hits
Rise can be part of the studio series. I'm sorry, that seems a little too far, especially considering that's like a TV movie.
Yeah, I would say the same thing about Cyberverse too. Like, because Cyberverse is going to get 2 TV movies, right?
Yeah.
Heard about that?
And they're like 44 minutes long. It's not worth it. And Cyberverse is still going anyways. But I'm probably not going to be very liked for saying this. I kind of see the point of people who don't like the 86 movie stuff going into studio series. Now, I'm warming up to it, definitely. But when I first heard about that, I thought, we have generations. And I get that it is hello Scourge. I get that it's an 86. It's still technically a film. It got its theatrical release, but the designs and the story is more derived to Generation 1. And with Generations, we had a lot of those G1 designs go into that. Of course, Generations should be mixed, and technically Studio Series is also Generations, so it does fit in either way, whether you look at Generations or Studio Series from both titles. But I was put off with the fact that these characters, because Studio Series seemed like it was set for that Michael Bay stuff, and then Generations was, the cartoon or other continuities type stuff. I do like what they're doing. The only thing that I ask is we don't just do 86.
I don't think they are. I think that
there was listings for Dino and Joel.
They even said that like the reason they're doing this was for the 35th anniversary.
Yeah, that's another thing. It doesn't really fit into Kingdom that they're doing the 35th anniversary. So that's another thing.
And that was the reason behind this. Like the whole reason they decided to do this was because, first of all, I'm guessing that these characters are not going to show up in Kingdom, and so they don't have a place in the Kingdom toy line. So they're like, we want to still do the rest of the 86 cast. Let's do it. Let's do a subline of Studio Series for the 86 film, but also because Cyberverse is coming to a close.
Right.
So there isn't going to be as much Cyberverse toys on the shelves. So this is basically taking the place of Cyberverse while Cyberverse is coming off the toy shelves. The 86 the 86 Studio Series is kind of taking that place. Kingdom is like the generation stuff. And then you have the regular Studio Series. And you even said like there's going to be Dino. There's going to be they're going to probably finish Dark of the Moon. So I don't doubt
Jolt as well,
Jolt. So I don't doubt that they're going to finish the rest of the rest of the Studio Series stuff for fans who want it. Now I don't know if they're going to really make a push for Age of Extinction or The Last Night, because first of all, those 2 films were not theatrically well received,
and also they're too recent too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think the reason, like, I think Studio Series right now they're doing the first 3 films, and they're probably trying to extend that line. So they're gonna make you wait for the rest of the Bayformers that you want.
Yeah, the Bumblebee 2 or the Beast Wars movie and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep.
That's another reason why I think they're doing the 86 line, is so that they could just wait it off, give it a little time.
It's a transition. It's a transition series just to give something, because every one of these 86 movie bots in one way or another could have come out in a regular Generations box and no one would have thought anything else of it.
Yep.
But it's just they're throwing it into the Studio Series because it was an on-screen theatrical release as a nice little breather between what's inevitable anyway, and that's more of the Bay and Nightverse figures to come out. It's not going to hinder anything at all. And it's one of those things that if you don't like it, just hold on a few minutes. You'll be fine, and you'll get something you do like.
Yep.
And two things. One, people kept asking for Infernicus. I gotta bring it up. I don't think they're gonna do Infernicus and the Dragon Storm or whatever. The second thing,
do that transformation though.
Exactly. And like doing a whole bunch of knights that are gonna look the same. Like Hasbro's really gonna do that.
And I just want to bring this up because I mean Michael Bay himself said that he didn't like the Transformers franchise when he signed on. He said it himself that he didn't like Transformers when he signed on. He didn't like what the Transformers looked like. He wanted it to look real. Well, he didn't
even want them to be characters.
Right. Yeah, he didn't care. He cared more about making it about the military.
Yeah.
You know, he himself said these things. So
that alone puts a bad taste in the mouth of anyone who's a fan of anything that came before that.
Right,
so if you're not of the generation where, and I've said it before in a lot of different shows and stuff, that I completely understand that the Bayverse is a generation one for a whole generation of people. I get that they came up on that, but you have to put yourself in the position of fans that were here before that didn't grow up in that generation to say, well, this guy doesn't even give a crap about the franchise. Why give him a voice? And I like Michael Bay. I like most of his movies, but that was a pretty dumb thing for him to say.
Bunch of stupid toys is what is one of the things he said, right out of his mouth.
I'm just going to say this. I'm so glad that I started with the last year of Galaxy Force or Cybertron so that I don't have to say I started with the movies.
And you know what's funny? Cybertron had really stylistic designs for a lot of the Transformers, but yet at the same time, there was a lot of like throwbacks to like older Transformers, like even Galaxy Force Optimus Prime or the Cybertron Optimus Prime had the faceplate that went up. You know, he had the matrix that came out of his chest. He merged to basically become like a God Jinrai, Power Master Prime with wings, in super mode. So like there was a lot of throwback in the toys, yet they were new.
So I don't forget the set. Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. I was just going to say real quick while you guys were talking, I just pre-ordered Thrust from Target. So if you want to do that.
Oh, of course. A Target
right.
that we don't have. Thanks.
I'll see if I can get you one, Brian.
It's okay. There was a Toys R Us listing anyways.
No, go ahead.
The second thing that I meant to mention is no matter what anyone says about the Studio Series 86, I will defend it for this. The gorgeous from Studio Series. Thank you, Studio Series, for doing this. The gorgeous backdrops.
Yeah, true.
That is very cool.
That is true. If you think about it.
I didn't think too much about displaying the Studio Series ones, but the original ones, but those I'm thinking of.
Yeah. So now that we're up here, we've got Scourge, right? And I loved what they were when they were talking about this particular Scourge toy. And I'm running his hovercraft mode. They have like the blast of splooge, and then he's got like he actually has the red nails. And they were
I did like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So that's an unfinished prototype thing because I'm not seeing nails.
Well, I think it's because this particular image is not really good for that,
I mean, I could see the tip of the nails and they're not pink.
Yep. And the backdrop is it's funny because the designer even said that it was Thundercracker.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that. So they won't acknowledge who it is with Bombshell and Skywarp. And I even said in the chat, like during the actual live chat of that, I said, it's Skywarp, guys. Flint Dilly confirmed because Flint Dilly told me direct. Flint Dilly told me direct that it's Skywarp. And he told he's not as as versed as probably as we are as hardcore fans, but like he does know enough to say like, yeah, I would have definitely made it be Skywarp, because I would have liked to have kept the Trinity together, so to speak. Starscream, we know what happened to him, but Thundercracker became, Scourge. So Skywarp definitely became Cyclonus. And that's his mindset on that. And that was a pretty cool, like, way of saying that they were, doing that.
That was a great interview, by the way.
Thank you. It was like 2 hours long of talking to him. There you got Ultra Magnus.
I'm not trying to be like, hey, look at me. I'm trying to point out
since like you can see my mouse on this. Right over here,
so that I can just put a box here and just have him standing there.
His head is actually behind this part right here, so you can actually see his face. That was so cool when they revealed that.
I've said it before too, that it's nice that the designers and the marketers for Transformers are now a generation of fans, and it shows.
Yep, because they're going back and they're like doing all this stuff, and they're even doing it with the Bayformers stuff too. They're doing it with Prime stuff. Like they are going back and trying to do the best they can with the characters with Beast Wars. Like the fans that they are saying that it's like that are fans of Beast Wars. Oh man, I'll tell you, this hot rod. The only thing that bothers me about this hot rod is the yellow piece right here.
Actually, I kind of like that because I feel like if it didn't have that, you would just see too much red in that area. Yes, it's a nice yellow spoiler, but
roof of the car.
Yeah, I know, but it just kind of like it breaks it up a little bit for me. So I kind of like it, but that's just me. I mean, yes, it's an obvious hinge, but it's also a fictional car. It's not really a Porsche or a Lamborghini, so I'm not too picky about it.
Right. I mean, but he looks amazing. Both modes. He has a visor that goes down, which is great.
It sold me on the accessories. That is so much better than the Power of the Primes toy.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. The use of accessories is great, and I'm always a big fan of accessories that accentuate the robot mode more than I am of accessories that accentuate the car mode, because I don't keep them in alt mode. So
here we go. Official images. Finally, here we go.
By the way, you had to bring up Transformers Prime. I can't find 2-pack, and that's the only thing I wanted from that whole thing.
Yeah, he just looks, awesome. Just awesome. There is the visor that goes down, the blast effects. It comes with a matrix, comes with a buzzsaw, comes with a matrix of leadership.
Oh no.
Can put it all up there in car mode.
This is one they knew they had to get right. Like there's no empty spaces in the arms in robot mode. It's a very solid looking figure overall.
Yep, I agree. Better than the MP one.
Yeah, for sure.
And with no Springer in the TF-86 line, I bought the Siege one. Yeah, he's actually a good toy.
I'm wildly surprised by him. Also, with the sunglasses gimmick, if he was just a bit taller and could fit a human, that would be a Human Alliance record right there. Just need some numbers.
So, my Springer in particular is customized. I actually painted the chest and the silver here. And I also painted underneath here on both legs. And the reason for that was so that, like, by painting just the line here, it gave just enough tightness to keep the legs in place and closed, so that I don't have to worry about the legs like flipping over. So this is my customized Siege one, and I also painted the back green. I used a similar green to paint that. So and I forgot I have the paint over there, but I painted the chest completely, and then I put an Autobot symbol over it. So so my Springer is clean.
That's another thing I need to get is an RC for Springer. But I just realized something. So with the Siege and Earthrise
over there,
with the Siege and Earthrise and Kingdom stuff, having the multiverse gimmick of you got the port system on the side and it works with flare effects. It's got the pegs on everywhere so you can attach it. I noticed with Studio Series, they seem to pretty much devoid all of that, or at least for the most part, that. Do you think this is going to be something closer that we could see in the future? Because I was thinking earlier, I don't know what's coming out for 2022. Just thought it pretty much stalls after 2021.
I think that they are, from what I've been told, and is that they do have stuff planned for 2022 and 2023, and even up to 2023.
I have no doubt. It's just I don't.
Yeah, they have stuff like basically penciled as to where they're going. I don't know the details, but I only know that they do have stuff planned. But check, there's the red, the red fingertips.
Yeah,
and there's
so good.
The sweeps becoming, being formed by kickback and shrapnel.
And what's good about these scene pieces as well is when we get Kingdom and we got Cyclonus and Galvatron being thrown into that, supposedly, they don't include the backdrops, but you can always put them with these ones if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
There's a better look at that hovercraft mode.
I love that blast effect.
Definitely. And this is just basically like him getting Ultra Magnus and quartering him.
You can never go wrong with transparent purple, I find.
Oh,
anything that I've got in transparent purple, I love it. So
I got to ask you this question. What do you guys think of that, about them doing another Ultra Magnus with an Earth mode?
I think it's appropriate.
I'm good with that.
I'm hoping for Blitzwing. I don't know about you guys. I'm hoping for Blitzwing.
I want a Blitzwing because I want every Blitzwing I can get, because it's one that takes me right back to being a kid, because I had it as a kid. I love Blitzwing.
So it does ponder the question, though. I just want to quickly mention with Ultra Magnus, because you brought it up. If they're doing an Earth mode Ultra Magnus and they're putting it in Kingdom and not this line, do you think that there's some story relevance to it, like Ultra Magnus could return to somehow? Or do you think it's just another toy, because they never brought in Springer? So
I think they are bringing him back, personally, and it's because I think one of the things that they had said in in one, I think it was the Pulse, the Pulse thing that that's right, the Pulse. In PulseCon, they said that it was a time paradox.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that Ultra Magnus comes back that way, or they're going to revive him another way.
Well, it may not matter, because sometimes artwork doesn't matter. But he was on the overall poster, so it would surprise me to not have him back. I mean, they could, we've all speculated they could use the outer armor as being what Ultra Magnus really is, and an inner bot being different. I think that it'll either be something like that, or, like you said, a time paradox where they pick up a different version of him.
He's alive! The dog's alive!
Crimson Raptor.
Hey, Crimson.
Hey, Crimson Raptors, huh? There's a little plug-in right there. Over someone else's channel. I should have not done that.
It's all good. It's all good. The Blur looks...
Hey, we got 1980s Blur going on right here. He's blue. He's got different colors of blue. He's got white. He's got all these different colors.
Yep. One of the most annoying ones. If you're not... I'll tell you, I was watching the 86 movie last week, and I was like doing dishes and just doing housework and stuff while it was on. And if you're not sitting down in front of the TV watching Transformers the movie, Blur can get really annoying in the background. Just saying, just the way he chatters in the background if you're not paying attention.
I want to help, Magnus. I want to help. What about me? What about me? We got Decepticon on the wall. We got Decepticon in the air. I can't even do it.
But he looks really good.
I like Blur. I like his design overall. I don't know. I just like him, and I love this. The only thing is the things hanging out the arms. I'm guessing this is going to be very much like the Titans Returns toy. That's
actually based on his G1 toy, because his G1 toy.
No, I mean the transformation scheme.
Oh, I think it's a little bit different, but then again, I could be wrong, because he doesn't. I wonder. You're right, because he doesn't have a shield. You know?
Yeah.
Because I have the Takara release of the Titans Return one. So it's the Takara Legends one. What's that?
Oh, the good one.
Yeah, the good one. I don't like the color scheme of the Titans Return.
Oh, who does?
And I'm happy that we're getting a non-Headmaster Blur.
Yes.
So, but I'm on the fence about him. But Cup, on the other hand,
Cup looks better than I thought he was going to. Out of any of the images that I've seen so far, I think he looks. I love the way he looks.
Yeah. I don't know why people don't like Cup. He's gorgeous. I love.
I think he looks great.
He's got an Energon goodie. Ba weep grana weep ninny bong. Ba weep grana weep ninny bong. Ah, weep grana weep ninny bong. It's the universal greeting. Experience that. You should learn to appreciate it.
Meanwhile, it actually means I shoot kids, but don't tell Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Old time. That's something you'll never be if you don't get back to the city.
It actually means make Cybertron great again, and Jazz has been just leading that through, trying to make everyone say that.
I thought it was funny that they're using a squid as the backdrop.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was just like so cool.
The pull apart gimmick is kind of neat too. Like the being able to take his limbs off, and I think that's a nice little gimmick.
That was the reason why they did the welder part on Hot Rod.
Yeah.
So that
there's potential there for, like, if the tolerances aren't great on that, there's potential for some falling apart accidentally. Hopefully that's not a problem, but I do really think that's a nice gimmick to have.
People are gonna have a fun day with weaponizers for that guy.
Yeah,
we're gonna give him huge claws and everything.
Like, he's gonna be one of the most playable toys that you can think of.
Exactly. Finally, you can pull the limbs off old people and give them tank legs. A toy for me.
You can turn him into Lieutenant Dan.
All of Cup's limbs are port compatible.
Yep.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Technically,
Bro, I totally agree.
New speculation video coming soon. Is Cup a weaponizer? Stay tuned.
Where is? I want to get a good image of him. I will go with this one. Jazz, man. Oh,
my favorite political figure.
Like, I have been saying for how long that I wanted a new Jazz toy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been saying it. Brian, you've been saying it. Kato, you've been saying it. And the people at Hasbro know it.
Yeah.
And
he looks great.
He looks awesome.
But he looks
where'd that come from? Right.
Obviously the little bit of the hollowness in the arms stands out, but they're going to fold in. I know that folks are having a hard time with not having the toy-like door wings. Doesn't bother me. Nope. I'm perfectly okay with it in this, and it looks like they fold inside, so the wings aren't even an option. I'm fine with it.
I also like that they acknowledged the fact that they had to change it to a 14 without saying why. I mean, they couldn't tell us why, but at least they said that they couldn't do it.
Someone speculated that the reason why they decided to change it to 14, I don't know why they had to, but the reason why it's 14 specifically is because 4 was the G1 number and 1 was the G2 number.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's all licensing nonsense, but Toy Hacks will fix all that for me.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Or people are just going to get out their 91% isopropyl alcohol and try to rub off that one. But the thing is that you're probably going to get the 4 with it.
Yeah, I can see Toy Hacks right now with a full door decal that has a 4 on it with the Mortini Racing on with the red circle and the Mortini Racing and a Mortini Racing decal across the front. It's going to be perfectly fine.
Rodimus, do you remember when I put a red hat on the Power of the Prime's Jazz?
You put a red what?
I made a hat.
Yes, I do, because of the whole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cybertronian MAGA.
Yep. Yeah. Make the Autobots great again. And you remember the joke that I did at the end of my Who Died in the Movie video. right? Where I actually did like I'm not good at stop motion, so I tried doing it like on a table, and I had some like people actually do the voice. One person do the voice for Skids, and one person do the voice for Jazz. Make the Autobots great again. Because you might as well like just laugh at the joke, even if, no matter what your political opinions are, so that we're not talking about politics, but just laughing at it.
Funny is funny. Period.
Exactly.
And you know what's funny also? Jazz and Cup reminded me. This is the year of Transformers purposely falling apart. Because you got the Masterpiece Jazz that splits in half. You got the Cup that now you can take off all the limbs.
Yeah.
Go back to that vehicle mode Jazz again. I know people are having the feet sticking out of the back. That doesn't bother me either.
You know why it doesn't bother me is because I feel like it's like part of the way that the toy it fits the aesthetic of the back of the car.
I think
like a bumper.
That spoiler it would ruin it, but because the spoiler's big, it just kind of flows with it anyways.
Yeah, I think it looks fine. I would like to see it from the back just to be sure. But again, I don't do a lot of toy hacks. Definitely toy hacking that one.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Here's from the back.
There you go. That looks fine.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. And Toy Hacks is going to label this sucker up so that he's got all the martini stripes and,
That's definitely a Porsche, by the way.
Someone at Toy Hacks is in the computer right now. Going, job security.
Its side profile, I just saw Porsche. Like, just flat out, that was a Porsche.
Yeah.
No alterations or anything. That's just a cartoon Porsche.
Yeah. It looks like in the same way the Penny Racer Bumblebee looks, that looks to me like an animated Porsche.
I love this backdrop, and using the backdrop with all three of them just looks awesome. I think it fits the aesthetic with all three of them.
Get out of the way, Hot Rod.
I need someone who knows how to do it to get one of these backdrops and blow it up so I can put it in the back of my review.
Yeah, because my new review area is over here, and I would love to like have like backdrops set up so I can like just put different backdrops on my post. I have a poster board there now, so when I start doing some more toy reviews, that was like the whole reason why I changed my whole room setup so I can do toy reviews.
Yeah, Larkin's Layer's in the stream. Let's get him on it. I'm sure he can do it. He does stuff.
Hi, Larkin.
If you want to join in, Larkin, I'll give you an invite.
He's got to go get the kid. It's like 6.
You don't need kids.
It's like 6:30 in the morning right now because he's in Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm all in for that Jazz. I think Blur looks good. If there was a complaint about Blur, it would be the underhanging arm things, but I don't care.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Why?
It's just
why has
glorious
full size? He's almost masterpiece.
He's given us 2 liter class wheelies.
Me, Grimlock, want to munch metal.
This looks phenomenal.
Oh yeah, like it's basically the masterpiece toy at an affordable price.
Yeah, this is the only time I've ever liked a wheelie.
You know what's
really good up there.
When the images got leaked, people complained about the yellow. That was the main issue with it. And when they were talking about this during the stream, they had mentioned that, we had the Grimlock, but we're going back at it because we got to change the tone of the yellow. And they specifically mentioned that.
Okay, so they went with the cartoon yellow. That was their whole purpose. Now, Wheelie's not transformable.
No, just a little action master of sorts.
Yeah, he's just like a little figurine that you can smash with a hammer.
Knees don't even bend.
He can fit on Grimlock's shoulder and on his back. That's kind of cool.
I don't care about him, but because I have the Takara Legends one of him as well. Because it's more cartoon accurate, but this is a better robot model.
Yeah.
I got this, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, I don't really need him to transform. I like the idea of him as an accessory.
Keep your head up, Decade.
Yeah, I'm okay with Willie as an accessory. Although I would have been okay with a Grimlock sword rather than a wheelie accessory.
Yeah. This is the second Grimlock without a sword coming in Generations. Can we have a sword? Maybe look at another weapons pack.
At least he's got his blaster. I
Yes.
will give them that.
The double barrel blaster is a must. God, that looks fantastic.
Now, there's one
Power
thing.
of the Prime.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't like the Power of the Primes toy at all. So, because I don't like I don't have a problem with the idea behind Volcanicus. I don't like the idea of. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Dinobots combining, but the toy was just a bad toy. Like, especially the Grimlock one. So this is a good Grimlock toy. It just looks.
I don't get what people are talking about. I heard people say, "Oh, that looks worse than the Power of the Primes," and I'm just like, "Are we looking at the same toy?"
This does not look as good as that.
Larkin's gonna 3D print us all a sword. He's gonna sell it. He's gonna sell it on his. That's because I think that's what he does, right? Is he 3D prints?
He started selling stuff on Etsy. Yeah, fantastic job too.
I'll just give him one Springer's sword. He's got a spare.
Oh, see
the
if
Cobra Commander Prime back here, he did, or the Cobra Commander.
A 3D printed sword for Jetfire, for the Siege Jetfire toy.
I think there is one out there.
Yeah, this that throne right there, the Cobra Commander throne, he 3D printed that for me. He does good stuff. But yeah, this Grimlock is not up to par with the one that they showed that render of, for sure.
This image is just so good. Like, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I already got a sword.
A fire breathing blast effect would have been cool.
Ooh.
Very.
When's the next episode of the Toy Chasers coming out, Melvor?
Yeah, do it now during these times in quarantine.
I'm only busting Melvor's chops because if you guys not familiar with Melvor, he is part of the Game Chasers and Toy Chasers.
I've seen this channel before.
Yeah, and Billy and Jay always get on Melvor's case about editing another, the next video. So I'm just busting on him because he's a good dude. So.
God, those look good together. Say whatever you want about Studio Series and then doing the cartoon characters, but they look pretty damn good together. There are going to be so many people happy with this, and then putting them on a shelf. You're going to have a shelf of Beast Wars, Studio Series 86 with that whole cast, and then whatever Earthrise and just
Kingdom.
And movies with Studio Series. Like, it's a great time to be a collector. If only Hasbro didn't do so many exclusives.
Wonderful time.
There it is. The vehicle mode. I forgot to show the vehicle mode on Blur.
Oh yeah.
He's got the opening like the G1 cartoon instead of the 86 movie. Which means that if they make a blaster small enough that could fit in that space right there, you can do the what was the one episode that they did that where Blaster was like inside Blur?
I don't know, but that does make me think they'll do an accessory pack.
Probably, yeah. Do I prefer sound? Do you guys prefer Soundwave to be a car, an armored truck, an SUV, or a radio?
Armored truck.
I always want radio Soundwave.
Yeah, I'm happy about. I want that Netflix. I want that Netflix one.
Give it to me now, please. Hasbro, actually give me the Prime breakdown and the Viacon, because I don't know when that's coming out in Canada. Please. It's all I can do.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You see, remember what we were talking about earlier about how I want people who want those toys to be able to get them?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what people don't understand. I get DM'd from people who hate G1 on Instagram. And they drive me up the wall. And I block them. But they start going like, oh, RodimusPrimal is all happy that G1 stuff's coming out. As it is, forever is a long time coming. That's it. Yep.
Oh, wow. It's like he's a G1 fan.
That's crazy. Who'd have thunk it?
Right? So I get those kind of people coming, like, getting all like mad because
this just in.
But I'm like, but if you're getting your Bayformer stuff and you're getting your Prime stuff and you're getting all the other stuff, what's your problem if I'm happy that the G1 stuff's coming out, you know?
Why do you get to be happy but not Rodimus?
Right. Yeah, that's what it is. They want me to be miserable.
People want people to be as miserable as they are. Right. I refuse to be miserable.
Because they're miserable themselves and they have to take you down a peg so that they can feel accomplished.
And that's why I like chatting with you guys, you know? Like,
yeah, we bully you all the time.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine being happy.
Right. Because, like, I mean, Brian, you're usually always optimistic, even if like you when you feel like down. Like one of the last times you and I did a stream together, you were down on yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and we were all here to help you out and get out of that funk. You know why? Because we care. We're a community.
Right. Oh, trust me, that optimistic self is going to change real soon, but they'll save that for a bit.
Okay. All right.
No.
What'd you guys think of
that optimistic side leaving now?
Oh, the Headmaster stuff.
I'm okay. I missed out on a lot of the Headmasters from Titan's Return, so I love the retro packaging. I'm in on these two.
Definitely.
That reminds me, someone got upset with me because I was talking about the Combiner Wars Abominus coming back again. And I said, I'm not excited for the Combiner Wars and that whole gimmick anymore. I'm just not thrilled about it. It doesn't excite me. And people are like, oh, let others be happy. Maybe they didn't get it. I'm like, okay, that's good for them, but I'm not excited.
That's right.
I can understand why you're not excited about it. I wish that they would release Hunger with the modifications. The hands, the feet, the chest plate, and the better paint alone, separate from the other four. Because I have Abominus, but Hunger was my biggest disappointment, and he made the Abominus combination kind of a disappointment. You know? Yeah. That was my problem with the Power of the Primes release. So I'm happy about the Generation Selects version of it, but I don't want to spend $200 just to get a better Hunger. You know, I would rather they release Hunger, you know, alone. I would pay maybe $50, let's say, you know, to get the parts, the hands, the feet, the chest plate, the gun, you know, or the blasters or whatever, as a separate pack. I'd buy that, but I don't want to spend $200 on Abominus if I already have Hunger, you know, if I already have it.
But my point is that just because I might not want something or want something doesn't mean that I'm not happy for anyone else.
Right. Same thing about the Studio Series stuff. Same thing about Prime. Same thing about any of that stuff that, like, if we're not excited about it, that's the point that we're trying to make. And, like, why we see so much negativity out of the fans when they don't get their toy line out of the Transformers franchise.
Yeah, we don't have to be negative on every single thing. We can spread positivity. We don't have to be so negative. Now, let me explain why I hate this. The reason why I'm not so excited for the Titans Return stuff, or it's more so how they introduced it, is what I didn't like. So we had a rumor a while back of the Titans Return stuff. We heard about the names, or we heard about listings that Walmart was producing them. And when they announced that they were going to talk about 4 new Walmart exclusives, I was like, okay, maybe it's going to be that Barricade or something, because I heard that was a Netflix figure, not a Selects. But I was kind of interested in what was going on. And then they mentioned Headmasters, and they said, oh, they're going to have the classic packaging. And you showed one of the classic boxes. I'm like, oh, my God, are they going to re-release the G1 Headmasters? Oh, I'm going to be so thrilled because I've always wanted that hard head and the chrome dome. Oh, my God. And then he showed this, and I'm like, oh, it's that thing I've got. But it's hard. But then not only that, it's the fact that when they said, oh, and we're going to release 4 of them, and I'm like, okay, so maybe at least they're going to do all 4 of the Autobot brothers, because Brainstorm was an exclusive, and that kind of sucked. I managed to get it, thankfully, but thanks to Larry Arts Productions, but still, it was kind of a pain otherwise. And I thought, okay, at least they got that right, because they keep screwing around with the teams. So they showed, okay, Chrome Dome, Hardhead, then they showed Brainstorm, and I'm like, okay, at least they got that. And then the 4th one is coming up, Mind Wipe. And I'm like, you couldn't even get that right.
Look, when we were the other Rejected Cons and I were talking. We talked through all of it. Like we live streaming on TV and we're chatting on Instagram. First thing Larkins, I was like, "Yeah, okay, I can get in on this." The first thing Larkins later said was like, "Oh, I wanted actual reissues."
I was in the chat saying, yes, G1 reissues. And then as soon as they showed it, I was like,
I'll tell you why I'm happy about this one in particular is because I was thinking about spending the extra money when I had it to get the Takara one because someone gave me the Titans Return one. And I don't like it. Not the mold itself, but I don't like the colors in places. I don't like the head sculpt. I'm not a fan of the IDW look on him. And I wanted a G1 Chrome Dome, and Takara did that. They remolded the head. They gave us better colors. So this is the opportunity for us to be able to get Chrome Dome as the G1 version. And then it's like, if you guys want the IDW version, I'll give that one to you guys, it's like, I don't want it. So I want the G1 aesthetic with the head. And
I know someone who might want it. And it's not me, by the way.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. Like, in other words, I would prefer Chrome Dome to be like, and I like the idea behind the classic packaging. I'm all right with or without it, and I do like the fact that they did a little bit of extra detailing on the colors in places, in his car mode and his vehicle mode. And it's a little bit different than the Takara release because the face is different.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm in on these because I missed out before. So I'm okay with it. But
hard head, I'm also happy with the head too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But that was also the thing. People made it sound like I was selfish because I didn't want something that they wanted or they missed out. One of the big complaints was oh yeah, well I missed out or I didn't have money to get Abominus, so I got money now and you didn't think of that. And I'm just like, okay, but one, that wasn't the point. And two, it's like you could say that about anything, really.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, any of these Transformers came out some years ago. You could, if they re-release them, yeah, it's another chance. You could say that about any of them.
I'm going to just make everyone in chat and whoever watches this feel better. It's okay not to like something, and it's okay to like something.
Kato, I'm sending you all the hate mail right now.
There you go. That sums it up for everyone.
Yep.
Because I like something doesn't mean you have to. And because I don't like something doesn't mean I don't want you to have it.
That is true.
I need strangers to like the same thing that I like.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We need Megatron in his G1 alt mode.
Guys, you can make the G1 alt mode. All you have to do is... And then there you go.
What did you guys think about this? I'm okay with skipping this one in particular.
Yeah, I have a version of Brainstorm that I'm perfectly okay with.
Same here.
I kind of like this one a little bit more than the one I got, but I mean, I love the one I got anyway, so it's not something that I'm going to be like, oh, I have to replace it, but I kind of like that cream color on it.
So Seth wants to know why I'm such a hardcore G1 fan.
Because it's not the movies.
I grew up on G1, number one. Number two, I think it, I mean, it's the foundation of Transformers. Everything builds off of that. And something about like the thing about the Bay films, I have grown to dislike the Bay films more because of the Bay Formers fans. I've already had my qualms about the films themselves, but the Bayformers fans and their negativity has like, oh, you like it so much and you want to hate on everything else. Well, now I dislike it even more, And I wonder if my disdain for the films grows because of the way that Bayformers fans have been to fans of everything else.
So it's your fault.
and I'm not trying to fully point the blame on them, but like, Kato's been saying it. You can like what you like. Let us like what we like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
whenever you get pushed so hard by someone, especially like as many folks as you have on your channel, you get bombarded. And it only takes so much of just like people nagging. until it pushes you into such a different direction to where something you disliked now becomes a complete disdain. It's like now you associate all that negativity coming your way to the thing you already weren't too fond of.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, I didn't like it before. Now I can't freaking stand it because of X. So it's understandable.
I'm going to agree with Chaotic Neutral on this one. I wouldn't mind seeing some decent Unicron trilogy toys and characters. I've said that I would love to see Demolisher. I'd love to see an upgraded Tidal Wave, and a Hotshot.
I honestly think that's where we're headed. I think they're giving G1 guys like us pretty much everything we've ever could have asked for. And I've been saying it's like a love letter to G1ers. And next up is going to be obviously Beast Wars. And then I think we're going to start seeing more and more of like Unicron trilogy stuff, Prime stuff, and on until finally, maybe 5-10 years from now, we get brand new imaginative ideas.
I wouldn't be surprised though. I want to see Rail Racer and Landfill from car robots redone in a modern aesthetic that actually works as far as the toys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing some of them because one thing about Robots in Disguise 2001, at the time, I remember Beast Machines was like had a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, and because I loved Beast Wars, but Beast Machines just didn't do it for me, and I wanted that cars and trucks and airplanes back, and Robots in Disguise brought that.
Are you telling me you don't like Optimus Primal from going to I am a soldier in war to God and Jesus and all Cybertron Jesus and we are a different world and physical beings?
The seeds of the future lie buried in the past. Yeah, and then Cheetor basically.
Can I talk to you about our Lord and Savior Primus?
It did get a little bit too like weird as like Beast Machines went on, and I enjoyed a lot of it at the same time because I liked Obsidian and Strika, as characters. I thought it was weird and cool at the same time that they did Botanica and never did a toy for her. They need to do a toy for Botanica.
But there's going to be a certain set of nostalgia that comes back to all that like somewhat crappy design. Because look at a lot of us with Pretenders. A lot of us didn't like Pretenders as a kid because it was kind of a lame transition of Transformers. But in a way,
but 8 of those Pretenders, by the way, from Power of the Primes.
But because it was kind of such a weird and random idea that I didn't really like as a kid, I want to see new versions of them. I could like that a lot of third party, so I would love to see a good third party company come up with that. Yeah, exactly. People hated G2, but now it's like there's I say people, I'm generalizing, of course, there were G2 fans, but there is a certain amount of me that likes those crazy G2 designs.
Sixo loves, and I mean adores G2. Have you ever seen it? He constantly is sharing G2 stuff.
Oh, I got a story. Plasticon Reviews loves G2 to the point where he will customize a G1 toy to make it into G2 colors. I suggested when he did Ultra Magnus to turn it into orange and white because my dad drove orange and white semi-trucks to move houses. And I thought that was a nice, kind of reference to that. And he totally did. He decked it out in not only orange, white, but purple.
Still love this bad boy.
Yeah.
Still love this bad boy.
Oh, of course he had to. Hold on.
So let's talk about Mindwipe. What do you think about him?
Should have been highbrow.
What they said it was wave 1.
Yeah.
So
we'll get the rest of them. Next time we'll get 3 Decepticons and 1 more Autobot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even realize why they're putting this out. Scorpenoc.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's probably why they're doing the Headmasters. Because of Scorpenoc.
I like that mode more than when it originally came out, I was like, oh, that thing's disgusting, but I like it more and more. And
the bat mode is good. The robot mode, yeah, I mean, he's a mixed bag. He's a mixed bag, and I have the Takara one, so he's another one I'm going to skip. It's hard head and chrome dome that I want out of those two.
Yeah, same.
So
I've got a fans project mime wipe that I'm perfectly fine with.
Barricade.
Micromaster or Minicons or Microns.
Barricade, yes.
Yeah.
G1 Barricade is right over here.
And did you notice that the mask reference in there? Like that,
Yep.
I thought that was very cool.
Yeah,
And
it was very cool that they were doing like mask. And the whole idea behind some of the things that they were doing was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that we've so associated Barricade with the police car that he's just now going back, even as a repaint, to that little racer in blue and pink.
Yeah.
Has a different name.
They said Barricade though.
No,
Yeah,
they
they
said
said
it was Barricade, but
Yeah.
it was a different name because they don't want to confuse people.
Yeah, it was. They said the name, AKA Barricade.
Mm-hmm.
There was a
There-
name they had to redo because of recent things, and I'm just like, no, that thing is that character, not this. So I'm gonna call him Barricade.
I'm not as big on the Micromasters as a lot of folks are.
Neither am I.
I don't know that I'll get these. There's some that I haven't even opened, and I don't review them very often. But
This set in particular, though, just to say that like we've got an updated G1 Barricade.
yeah,
You know, I would like. You know what though? I do want that. If I do get that, I also want to get the Barricade that's a smokescreen repaint.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I like the idea behind that, and Toy Hacks is going to do labels to put the Punish and Enslave and all the police decaling all over it.
Doesn't that have a peg for its weapon mode? So technically, you can attach Barricade to Barricade. It's like what you could do with Titans Returns Brawn to, well, Titans
Dude,
Brawn.
that's a great idea. That's an awesome idea. That's an awesome idea.
Barricade with Barricade.
Cool.
I love doing that with certain figures.
Yes. That is such a great idea. And finally, Thrust.
Target exclusive Thrust, you mean?
Yeah,
I ordered it. I've ordered it already.
I know you did. I definitely want this toy too.
Why this bothers me more so is because I've always wanted a G1 Thrust and I never got it. But also, Amazon still has not delivered my cone heads. Supposed to come early October, and well, it's not early October anymore.
Wow. I missed out on it, and it sold out before I was able to get it, and I'm upset because I want them to reissue it.
I'm upset because I could use the money to buy something else, but I can't do that because I need money in there to see if I can get the cone heads.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the things where it's like, I take the money now. Like if you're definitely going to get it if I'm pre-ordering it and I'm putting the money down, just take the money and hold it until you get it, you know, because then I don't have to hold on to it. So I know it's already spent because if you're, I think if you're pre-ordering it, you should be able to pre-order it with the understanding that you're getting it. So you're putting the money down at that moment.
Too many people were getting it canceled. I haven't heard anything yet. I haven't gotten an update or anything. So
That's why I love pre-ordering from folks like the Chosen Prime. Like you can choose whether you'd like to pay for it up front or just get notified when it gets released. I like having that option.
I also like the option of being able to get both battle chargers.
Yes, they look so good.
Yes.
hooray!
Their bot modes look so good.
And
Don't get me wrong, they look good. I'm just tired of like
they're right up there on my wall right there. You can see the comic book right up there.
yeah.
They're on the Statue of Liberty, spray painting it with Decepticon graffiti. Autobot or humans or wimps.
I like these two. I want to get these two, but I'm just so tired of like, here's one exclusive. Here's one that's not. You know, if you're gonna do both teams, do what they did with Top Spin and Twin Twist. Give us both. and just leave it at that.
This would have made a perfect 2-pack. I mean, separating them is.
I agree. Yeah, I think they did it because they it's because Run Amok won the fan vote, so Runabout is getting released, separately. The exclusivity of major characters like Kingdom Thrust, or Thundercracker. Yes, I completely,
Absolutely agree.
100% agree.
Name one
Give me-
as of recent that's not an exclusive from Generation, so you can't.
Yeah, give me a random character exclusive. That's fine. A major character exclusive, lame.
Yep. Yeah. And both their car modes look phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the black and red. That looks like Kit.
Yes.
There should definitely be a Toy Hacks kit upgrade in the way they did Sideswipe G2 Batman.
I wonder if they're going to end up remolding him into Kit.
Oh, they very well could.
Taking this mold and remolding it into Kit.
The way they did Gigawatt and Sideswipe.
I would think maybe the Sunstreak mold just to go with that Sideswipe mold, and also it's a little, I guess, lower looking, I guess. Maybe.
Probably. Yeah. Which Barricade do you think looks better, Siege or Earthrise exclusive? I think the Earthrise one looks great.
I love the Earthrise. The Earthrise alt mode is, I mean, it's great. I love it.
Totally agree.
I like the proportions of the new one. I like the transparent purple of the old one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Transparent purple is always like, I don't know why I adore that color. It always attracts me.
I want Thundercracker and Skywarp to be a little bit easier to get because you can't find, like, my Target doesn't stock them. You know?
Hey guys, want another Skywarp exclusive?
So, with Kingdom's Tracks coming, do I think that there's going to be a Road Rage? I hope so, and I hope she's remolded to have feet like different legs and different molded parts on her, like arms and legs, so she's a little bit different than Tracks.
I feel like they'll just make it straight up Tracks. I mean, it also depends on how Tracks looks. Like they might do kind of a mold that's suited for in between, or maybe it'll have adjustments for that.
Right.
But I mean, we have exhaust, we have hubcap. Of course, they're going to do Road Rage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. And they already did Spin Out and Cordon.
They didn't even need to do Centurion Droid, but we got it.
Yep. I have him over there.
Brag about it.
I got that set for the accessories and end up loving the drone more than I do the accessories.
Starscream right over there is holding Megatron in gun mode.
Yeah.
So
even with the figure, that whole thing is just a weapons pack.
Yep.
It really is. It's an entire weapons pack.
Because the Centaurian drone itself is a weapon.
Yep. You could add all the weapons to the Centurion droid and then separate him and put him on someone else. Maybe Brunt.
I am very happy for Bayformers fans to finally get their hands on this.
Yeah, I knew plenty of Bayformers fans that weren't able to find some of these figures at all just because of the release of them. So I'm always a big fan of re-releasing combiners in a box set once the set is done. So I think this is awesome. I'm not in on it, but the fact that it's out there and people can finally get a full set without having to hunt down figures, I think is great.
My friend is giving me Mixmaster, so that's done. All I need is Overload. That's the last one. But this is a good pack for those who missed out. I will say this, I kind of wish it was released a little bit later, just because people are finally wrapping up on getting their Devastator, and then here's this.
Right.
Kind of feel like there should have been maybe just a bit more time after that.
Devastator, they did the same thing back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
They released, in 1985, they released all 6 of them individually. And then you were able to get the box set in 85 as well. Like, because they did do a box set on toy shelves, and there he is, fully combined.
And speaking of backdrops. That thing comes with a massive backdrop.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Like, if you don't want to use that for Devastator, you could bring in Megatron and Optimus Prime combined with Jetfire and have them duel on this.
Yeah,
right. You could, yeah. If you, or whatever design, whatever part you want to do. Like, I'm not like I said, like I'm not a fan of the aesthetic, and I don't care for, the look of the robot. But a lot of people, I'm glad, are able to get their hands on this thing because they like this this version of the Constructicons.
And to be honest, there's some pretty good figures despite the combined form. The Scrapper, Scrap Metal, and it's Skipjack here, but the Rampage are some of my favorite ones to come out for a while.
And just like most Studio Series figures, the alt modes look really good. Like I do like a lot of their alt modes for sure.
Yeah.
There are some sacrifices to these, especially the leader class ones in their alt modes, but I still like. What I really wanted was a taller Scavenger. We need tracking balls.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Some
are actually you can already pre-order some from on I think Shapeways and stuff like that. They're out there if you want them.
69. That's the joke. I had to put that in there.
I was thinking it, but I was going to let it go. I appreciate you being the lesser man and taking one for the team and bringing that up.
Jokes. So,
I did not pick up on that, but wow. Constructicon set came out Christmas time '85. Okay. Yep, Christmas time of '85. Because in the spring of '85, we were able to get them individually, and I remember buying them individually too. They each came with a different part of Devastator. Got G1 Road Hugger or Road.
Oh, I think that's is that a Huffer repaint? I can't remember. I feel like that's a black and orange Huffer or Pipes repaint, but I can't remember. Yeah, I know he's got a similar name. I'll look it up. I'll figure it out.
I'm asking Uncle Google.
Okay, Google.
They were all so excited about making sure that everybody's able to, who wants a Devastator, can get their hands on a Devastator. And like I said, I'm happy about that because fans want him.
No, Micromaster. Purple Micromaster.
Yeah, Micromaster Road Hugger. I got you. Right on. My Little Pony, My Little Pony.
I love how they announced it because they were like, oh my God, this is something coming out. We're going here to reveal the My Little Pony thing. And I'm like, I could have bought that 2 months ago.
Yeah. You know something? My wife, I remember she saw pictures of this and she said like, oh, that looks cute. We should really get it. And I was like, really? She goes, yes. I said, all right, I guess maybe we do need to get this.
Yeah, I'll get it. It'll be perfect for the lady. She'll love it. I say that, but it's going to end up on the shelf back here.
But I just found it funny because people have found it in stores. I can actually buy it online right now.
Yeah, I thought I saw earlier this month or something, or last month, folks were finding it on shelves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, EB Games and we have EB Games and GameStop, I think.
Besides that backdrop, wow. But yeah, my wife's gonna be really happy about that one.
Yeah, I've been told to get that and the Hello Kitty Prime.
I got the Symbiote Studios, stuffed.
Oh yeah, those look great. I saw your video on that.
Really great for the kids. Like my kids run around the house with them all the time. My daughter had put a T-shirt on Optimus. Was running around the house with him. It was cute. But I mean, all these reveals were pretty cool. I know some people were upset about some stuff.
I'm just mostly tired of exclusives and then the Headmaster had problems with.
I think that's my biggest complaint. Yeah, I would agree with you there.
That's a fair complaint to have because it's one thing to have to already try to find them in every store. It's another thing to try to find them in singular stores and then you have to fight scalpers in all those stores.
Yeah, thank you,
So
Scalper,
it's
for ruining everything.
Not to mention, like some stores, like my local Walmart doesn't stock anything. You know, I put them on blast, and Walmart like didn't respond to me. They responded to the other people commenting to me. I was like
pretty lucky with my Walmarts and Targets between the GI Joe and Transformer stuff. I've been fairly lucky. So mailed a few things out to folks who couldn't get other stuff. I'm still on the lookout for some for that 2-pack for you, Rodimus.
Yeah.
Because I think that's been popping up a little bit more. So
let me count all the Netflix series Transformers that I've found. None.
Oh, I've got plenty of those around. I didn't get any of the Netflix ones. That they just weren't enough of a difference to me. The next set of Netflix that has unique figures in there, I'll probably get some of those.
I don't know why the Alita one looks so much better than the RC.
You know why? Because her colors are matched a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's one of the things about her is that her colors are better matched for the toy.
Oh, and then also the competing figures, like Thrilling 30 RC versus that RC. Thrilling 30 RC probably wins it, for some people at least. But then you look at the Alita 1, and it's like Power of the Primes. Yeah, throw that away.
Mm-hmm. Should have been shared exclusive. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, that's like two mainline characters, you know?
Yeah. Again, I'm not a fan of mainline characters being exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
The Generation Select stuff with like the off the wall and oddball characters, random stuff, I think that's fine. Characters that you know aren't going to sell in mass, make those exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that everyone wants, let people buy them.
What's the worst? The one that has the most exclusives I've noticed is Walmart. They have more exclusives than anything else, and their distribution sucks.
Yeah. You got Netflix reissue.
Because from what I have been told is that if you have 4 Walmarts within, I don't know, 40, 50 miles of each other, and I'm just throwing a number out there, one will stock Voyagers and Leaders. The other 3 won't at all.
Do you think that Hasbro Pulse is playing a part in like the problem? Because like they're so invested and so wanting Hasbro Pulse to be successful, but they're making so many exclusives so that they could push it.
I think it has to do with the pandemic, and that they aren't able to distribute them easy enough.
But even with the pandemic, like that's a lot of exclusive characters.
It's money. It's only money. It's marketers and buyers going to these retailers and these stores saying, okay, how many figures will you order in order to make this an exclusive? And
this is pre-recorded, and we knew you were going to write that, so we put that in the video.
Yeah, it's all about money. It's the, like I say, it's the buyers and Hasbro going to these retailer buyers and saying, right, tell me how many of these characters you'll buy to guarantee us sales, and we'll make you the exclusive.
We have money.
Yeah, I mean, surprisingly enough, Hasbro's a business, and they overall have done business pretty well as a business.
Are you telling me Hasbro, a company, wants money?
Crazy. But to be fair, Hasbro is also always listed as one of the most charitable corporations in the world.
Your Walmart's doing a remodel, has an enlarged toy department. I would love to see one with an enlarged toy department.
My Walmart was happy.
Check your Targets. Targets seem to be getting a lot of Skylinks figures. I've noticed.
There's constantly two Skylinks is at least one of my Targets. So they're definitely stocking up.
I agree. Frequently. Soundwave is a must. I have been wanting a Soundwave toy that scales with the other toys in the same line, has the cassettes, and fits that chug aesthetic. So a Voyager class Soundwave forever, like forever. Yeah. And that is like the perfect Soundwave. And if you like the yellow eyes and you have the Siege one, they can swap the heads.
Exactly. Oh, that was another thing for Grimlock. It's got blue eyes, so.
Yes, yeah, that's true. I think it's a combination of pandemic exclusivity and people not having as much money, so they're afraid to build a ton of figures and feared enough people can buy them. Okay, so they're low. They're increasing. They're increasing the demand, but they're not. The supply is low.
Yeah, I can see that definitely being a.
But then the thing is that they swamp some stores. Like people have been saying, like how their stores have Blaster, G1 Blaster, the reissue. I've never seen him, and I would buy him if he was at my store.
Blaster, I've seen a couple. I've seen it one Walmart. I've seen Blaster.
A Soundwave hasn't come out yet, so I don't think the Wave 2s have hit all the stores yet.
I'll say this: people get like really uptight about finding figures. Now, I think it's mainly because they're worried they're not going to find it. But as soon as one store has, let's say, Earthrise Runabout, they expect every store, every Target to have it all at once. You know?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's getting a figure.
He's getting something.
Oh, no. That means he's mad.
That's right. He's about to throw something.
Oh, God.
Get some stuff out.
He's about to throw down.
One of the remakers, though.
I like how you're like, yeah, whatever.
Nightbird.
Nightbird.
That looks great.
Love that figure.
There's Starscream with his with Megatron.
I actually surprisingly really like that figure. I didn't think I would.
Yeah, I really like this figure too. My customized Megatron.
I am not picking up Earthrise Megatron. I just don't.
I don't like the color scheme on it, and I don't want to have to customize it. So I want them to do. I want them to do Earthrise Megatron in like really hardcore, like not. I don't want the animation like cell shaded stuff on him. I'd want like this like chrome chest with the red on the sides, like the red around the arms. You know,
I'll just get the G2 version because that thing looks good.
The G2 one does look good.
Yeah, see, I could do that. I could do getting like an oddball version.
H&E Games gave me this.
Give me.
But something I don't like about her? She needs paint. Yeah. She needs paint badly. Like you can already see it. Like the backside of her, like the backside of her collar, the backside of her waist. It needs paint. You know, her chest plate there. Her face is plain. Sorry. Oh, and my Earthrise Optimus. I don't know if you can see the face, but he's painted up.
You guys, I'm too lazy for customizing. I want my toys to be what I want them to be when I get them.
I split the head in 2 pieces. So then...
Yeah, I remember... Oh, I meant to ask you how that went. It went back together well, it seemed.
It went back together well. And I also painted like the silver around the back.
Yeah.
But also notice the back of his legs.
You leaving the butt wheels on?
Yeah, I left the butt wheels on. That's fine.
Yeah, that looks good, man.
Yeah, so like I painted up the back of his legs. Tell me why a guy in Taiwan is selling 70 Centurions on eBay, which is out of stock. What?
Whoa.
Thanks for the $5.
Wow. Like if that's true, that tells me 2 things.
One, that money is going towards one of those Centurion droids.
You mean I got $5 off a Centurion droid?
Yeah.
If that's true, that means to me that people are stealing it from the factory and selling it.
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah, sure.
like if you want my honest opinion about what they're doing, I think that people are stealing it from the factory and selling it. That's the reason why we're not seeing it in stores.
Yeah, there's a problem. I think it's pretty obvious that there's a theft problem at the Hasbro factories.
Mm-hmm. That would make a lot of sense. And that probably would also explain why some people are able to get some of the stuff early and review it early.
Maybe. Just a shot in the dark. Can't say for sure, but for sure.
Are you telling me I didn't get this Raccoon official Kingdom figure early?
Right, yes, but not ruined.
Only half of them. I just glued another rack.
The paint I used was flat aluminum on the back part here. Where you can see if you can get it. There we go. So that the silver goes all the way around. And the same thing, I used flat aluminum on his face, but in order to get his head apart, I had to like get an X-Acto knife and then a screwdriver in there. But the thing is that there are 3 pegs. There is a peg on one side, on two sides of the head, and then there is a peg like up here. So if you jam the you have screenshots
Of the 70 Centurions.
I would email Hasbro and email eBay, and then I used metallic blue on the back of the legs.
Yeah, that looks good, man. Very good.
So he no longer has gray legs. Just looks awesome that way. So
I still need to get that figure at some point.
He's a great figure.
Yeah, he really is.
And I'm also getting the Toy Hacks labels. I kind of want that upgrade kit though.
He's actually the last figure I need from that Earthrise Wave 1.
Really?
Yeah.
He's hard to find right now.
He's been on Toys R Us because they re-released it with Double Dealer. Also, I'm not worried because they're doing the Kingdom re-release. So
there he is. Double Dealer's right there on that table.
There he is.
Zoom in.
Put on your 3D glasses now.
Well, no, if you can see Double Dealer over here, and I got the Rainmakers back here, and I got Lancer up here, and
yeah, I'm watching the new setup. Very nice.
You got a Batman car over there.
Yes, I got a Batman car.
Right, I could see it. I love Hot Wheels.
Someone gave it to me, and it was the Batmobile. And it was the classic Batmobile. So I mean, not the classic Batmobile. It's the '89 Batman film, the Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I got that. Yeah.
Earthrise Optimus is amazing. He's a great toy. He really is. Like, I really like the Siege one, but I think that this Prime is just fantastic.
Yeah, I love the hands, the way the gun plugs into the hands, and the fact that there's a hinge, and I think it's really, really done well.
I'll just be 1 second. I need to get something.
He's gonna go try to find Earthrise Prime real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Walmart.
And where
here's car start. He's headed to Walmart. Well, I'm gonna have to head out of here shortly. I've got to go pick the lady up from work. But man, what a great overall Fan First Friday. One of my favorite ones they've done, Transformers related, I think.
I agree. And this was a lot of fun also talking with you guys.
Oh yeah. That's always
chatting with people. Do I agree that Hasbro should have done an online exclusive hauler? That'd be neat. Maybe they might Kingdom.
That'd be a good Generation Selects.
I agree. Yeah. What figures do I have in my collection? So if you notice those bins right there over here, that's like most of my collection. I got a G1 bin, G1 Decepticons, I have Robots in Disguise and Beast Wars over there. I have Unicron Trilogy, I think, on the bottom bin. I have, I think, Robots in Disguise in another bin. So, quite a bit. Love the reveals. Definite purchase. Absolutely.
There wasn't a lot in that whole set of reveals that I wouldn't want to buy.
I think they were going for darker G1 colors. Showing off your shirt?
Maybe. I know you were wearing a RodimusPrimal shirt, so I decided, maybe I should wear the right attire.
Not being branded.
I know, right? Because we're all promoting our Teespring stores.
Ah, Teespring. Hey, this is a nice looking design.
I'm horrible at that.
Yeah, Holler would be an awesome Generation 6. I agree.
Actually, I have to go pick up some shirts.
Yeah, that would be cool. A Batmobile Transformer. That would be a cool crossover.
Well, we know people are into that Thomas the Train Transformer, so I'm on anything.
Yeah, they are. I'm not a big Thomas the Train guy, so.
No, but the obscurity of that thing is like. Crimson Raptors?
Who is that?
It could possibly be the same Crimson Raptors that got me the Springer.
We've been shouting him out. We've been shouting out Melvor, and so I did a Rodimus Prime video. And should I do? And I'm going to bring this up to a close. But should I do a part 2 to my Rodimus Prime retrospective? I was thinking about doing it sometime in the future.
I would do it maybe after Kingdom is done, because it looks like, okay, we got a hot rod and it's got the same abilities that the Optimus has. You know, it has the hands that can hold the Matrix. I think they'll remold that into a Rodimus Prime soon.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but I painted his neck.
That makes a big difference.
Kind of hard to see.
No, you can see it. But yeah, I definitely think I'm kind of biased. I like your retrospective. So yeah, I'd say do it. But I see what TFM, I see what Brian's saying, like doing it after the 86 release, time it right around the time of the 86 release.
Yeah.
The figure comes out, and kind of, I think that'd be a great time to do it. People are going to be searching that figure like crazy. And
I will give you guys a hint on my next discussion video.
I just thought of something. They should re-release the Hot Rod in either gold or in the black and orange colors.
I will give you a hint on my next discussion.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask.
And none of this. You know, just straight.
You shouldn't be touching your face on the quarantine times.
And I'll also be pushing the Optimus masks that I have on my Teespring store.
Is this going to be a Truck Not Monkey retrospect?
No, not a Truck Not Monkey. I like Beast Wars. I do.
Yeah,
I've recently rewatched it again, and I'm upset because it seems like we're not going to get a Silverbolt anytime soon, but we got Black Arachnia.
I know. I want a Silverbolt figure so bad.
Before you told me we were coming on, I was in the middle of editing a Beast Wars related video.
There you go.
Wait, Kato's doing Beast Wars
on toy. I agree with you there.
They could do that from Scourge, yeah.
FT44 Thomas.
Oh,
I can't wait for that new Megatron to come out.
I have the 10th anniversary release of those two, that Optimus and Megatron. So they have the cartoon accurate deco and the remolded heads.
And the Black Arachnia that is not Black Arachnia.
Yeah, I have the Telemoka Black Arachnia. So she's G1, not G1, Beast Wars cartoon accurate colors.
That's why, you know what, honestly, I think they'll do more Beast Wars after Kingdom. And I could be wrong about this, But Tarantulas was a pretty big deal, but I think people more so associate with the later version of Tarantulas.
Yeah.
Right. Well, because they think of the Transmetal as being a different character, and then Black Arachnia being a little bit more like molded differently.
I love the look of that Tarantulas. I just need to say that. It's probably one of my favorite designs in Beast Wars.
If he wasn't busy, I would invite him too. But Alex is usually pretty busy with stuff.
I could go get him if you want. It's just I gotta swim.
The short trip.
You guys live in different parts of Canada, right?
We live in the same province.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
I've met him a few times.
That's cool. That's cool. Very cool. I know he's like a big Bay fan, so
You guys are enemies.
I want Beast Wars Inferno. Yes, that would be awesome if they did Beast Wars Inferno.
The royalty.
I don't know who the actual voice actors are from Japan.
Is this Transformers trivia with the voice of Mirage?
TF Trivia would be the name of the channel if we saw him on here. He's a good guy. He was a good guy. I was chatting with him like before and after the stream, so it was kind of cool to talk to him. You know, he's really cool. He's down to earth. Really likes being able to get into, like into the fandom. You know,
yeah, he engages with the fans like crazy.
And I'm going to be on his. I'm going to be on his show.
I
Yeah,
did hear about that.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
But
I go against Trans Theories on.
Oh God! Wow.
I go against him with Transformers trivia.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, he's responded to a couple of my replies on Instagram, and I was quite surprised by that. Taken back. It kind of makes me want to get that Siege Mirage.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah, Siege Mirage is a good toy if you don't already have him.
I've got the transparent one.
Okay. Yeah, the toy itself is good. It's just you want that. The transparent one.
The lucky draw one is cool, but I would like the painted one.
That's the Netflix figure that I may end up picking up. That Siege Decepticon Mirage.
They've reissued the G1 Insecticons multiple times, but you know what? Those Insecticons from the Combiner Wars trilogy, or Prime Wars trilogy, they should re-release them in a unified color, because like all three of them are like kind of like the yellow doesn't match, or the colors don't match at all. Like maybe do them in a cartoon accurate color scheme.
I would love to see Ransack, Venom, and all.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. I definitely, I want Rodimus Prime. a better one than the Power.
You
can meet in central Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, that's right. Because H&E Games lives in Ohio. So when do we see Kingdom Galvatron? They'll probably show him off around Toy Fair. I think
Toy Fair is going to be late this year, I think.
I think Galvatron doing a later release.
Yeah, there's also TFCon online at the end of this month. That could do it.
You want to see Star Saber and Deathsaurus and Lyle Kaiser and Road Caesar.
I would love to see a new Star Saber. People have been asking for a new Star Saber. I don't know why they haven't done it yet.
Star Saber. It's not Star Saber. It's Star Saber.
Saber.
Well, I'm saying it that way because
I'm saying the comic name, which is just Star Saber.
I know. To me, Star Saber is the hero of the universe who led the Autobots against Deathsaurus, not the weird nut.
Oh, so you love the IDW version then?
That's a sideways yes.
Yeah.
No.
Crazy zealot.
Half like a cliff jumper.
Should do a Kingdom Blitzwing. Yeah, either Kingdom or Studio Series 86.
I would rather a Studio Series 86 because then it'll look like the cartoon.
Because this version, not so good. Not so good. Not a fan of it.
It's okay if you don't have a Blitzwing, but otherwise, desperate for a new Blitzwing. You know what I want to see is a new Sandstorm and Broadside, and I don't want to see a Sandstorm based on this. I want a new Sandstorm.
They should re-release Fortress Maximus. I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of us that didn't get those. I would be one of those that would go in.
Nautica and Minerva? That would be sweet. That would be sweet.
Dear Hasbro, do it!
What are you waiting on?
Supposedly Gears is cut.
Yeah, Gears and Polar Claw was cut.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's the rumor, but I hope that it just means they'll come later because they're on the poster. I'd love to see them pop out.
Gears, Swerve, Huffer, and
no, Huffer's still coming out though.
yeah, but no, I mean like you need them all, and Pipes. I want to see Pipes.
Yeah, Pipes apparently as well. I mean, of course they. But yeah, I think the reason why they said Polar Claw is not coming out is because originally he was going to be a remold of the Tigertron, or he was going to be in place of Tigertron, but they stepped up Tigertron to be a Voyager.
Okay. Yeah, they should do Alana that transforms into a boat and then recolor her as Nautica. Or remold her as Nautica.
Do that as a multi-pack. Have the original Titans Returns Sea Spray.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yep.
Because since he's got it tattooed on his arm anyway.
Yeah.
The way they did the Pit of Judgment pack with the Titan Return Null, just do the same thing, a multi-pack with... Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, we're getting a new Gnaw soon, too, apparently.
They should release a new Metroplex and scale with Trypticon, better transformation and molds than what we got.
I would like to see a new Metroplex. I think there's been enough time for it.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, if they went back and did Metroplex again, I'm sure. Lego says he doesn't really like Gears, but he was looking forward to him. Because I want that full 84 set, you know?
Yeah. I think with Metroplex, I don't know if people really thought, how far is these Titan class figures are going to go. Like, are we going to get a Fortress Maximus? Are we going to get a Trypticon? Are we going to get an Omega Supreme? Is it really worth the money if I'm only getting one of them? How far does Generations go with that? Because originally it was Generations was going to be all deluxe class figures, and that was it with little bits here and there. But then they extended off. So I think people missed the chance to get Metroplex. So I think, especially if they make a very G1-like Metroplex, I think now would be a good time. How dare you? Rumble is someone who drives the boat now, apparently.
Let's pray for some mini. Yeah, I want to finish the mini bots off. I want to get Gears. I want to see Swerve. I want to see Puffer and Pipes.
Thank you for redoing Warpath, though.
Yeah, he's great looking.
Yeah.
I just realized they're redoing the ones that were repaints of the two leaders that they just randomly did. Because Optimus was repainted from Huffer to Pipes,
If you're talking both of them about Beast Wars ones, I totally agree. I would like to see a new Rampage, and I'd like to see a new Pterosaur. Definitely out of Beast Wars. Love those characters. What's that?
I feel like Pterosaur should have been done, but he's not in the rumor.
Same here. And Tarantulas and Beast Wars Inferno. Yeah, definitely. So.
Royalty. Yes, my Queen RodimusPrimal.
Pain is my friend. Feel it. Yes. Feel it. No!
Burn, Maximus. Burn.
I love the Rampage's attitude. Like, he was so, like, meticulously evil. Like, he liked the torture when he had, like, someone in his claw.
But I also like that they gave him a little bit of humanity in one of the episodes, too.
With Transmutate. Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite episodes, is just because seeing a different side of Rampage.
Transmetals are off the table for now. I guess probably because Kingdom is going to be a full line, so.
Yeah, they're gonna go. They're gonna go for as long of that as they can. And I hope they do. I'm looking forward to whatever they bring out in Kingdom, guys. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to run.
Yeah,
If
I'm gonna
not, I'm gonna
end this stream at this point. It's been fun, guys. We kept 200 people entertained for almost 2 hours. So,
And I started with calling them losers.
people love abuse.
But we got out our thoughts. We got out what we thought about these new toys. They look phenomenal and fantastic. I may like cut this down to like and release it as a separate video kind of thing. Maybe. I'll see what I go. Maybe that, or I'll just keep it as the live stream. So, but either way,
find out.
It has been fun, guys. So until next time, till all are one.